Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video I want to talk about how Maschine is so back. You might have seen how there's a new version of Maschine 3.4.0. You might have also seen that there was a big update to Maschine 3. We went from 2.x Maschine 3.0, and ever since then they've low-key improved Maschine quite a lot. And I think Maschine is actually, perhaps it's not in MPC level. I am not an MPC user, so I can't know for sure. But for what I see and what I know about MPC, I feel like Maschine is quite a bit faster to work on. But that's not the point. I don't want to compare Maschine to anything. I just want to explain how Maschine low-key might be a pretty good option, especially now in 2025. And even though there's a lot of hate and there's a lot of don't buy Maschine, it's abandoned, we should all move to MPC, which to some extent I might agree, but I think it's still a great option. So let's dive into it. And by the way, if you want to see similar content every week, please hit that subscribe button and let me know down in the comments what you think about Maschine. Maschine 3.0 came with a quite big set of updates. Perhaps the biggest one and what the people were asking for the most was a stem separation. That's not something I use a lot, but I think it's a pretty nice addition, especially when it comes to sampling. But then, little bit low-key, you know, one by one, they've added quite a few features that I think they are pretty great. I really like the user chords. So user chords are something quite simple. Let's say that you have a sound and then you go to chords. You can go into user chords. And now here, these are the chords that I say for myself. This is a mono sound, so you can't really use chords. But just for the sake of seeing, let's try to load up some piano or something. These are chords that I have saved for myself. And you know, if you don't have it, you can always save new chords by pressing here. Then you press the notes that you want, and that's a chord. You know, that's pretty useful when you just want to mess around with chords progressions. You can save it. That's something I use quite a bit. And then they also have added something that I really like. I think that was in Maschine 3.2.0. And that's that you can highlight the notes of the scale, whatever scale you set up. So here we are in A flat and Dorian, and here you can see the different notes in that scale, and that's something that it's insanely useful when you want to build chords using the keyboard and the mouse, especially in the piano roll. So if you go to draw mode and let's say that you want every chord to be, let's say 1 bar, why not, and then you go into making chords. Here it's pretty easy to see which chords are the ones that belong to the scale. For example, you could do something like that, and if for whatever reason you switch the scale, then the notes also change. I don't think there's an option like in Ableton to like match all the MIDI events to the scale, but if there is, please let me know down in the comments. But as far as I know, there isn't. Anyways, that is a feature that I really like, and it's also now in Maschine as well. We can just get rid of this pattern. We also have in 3.3 there was some improvements, but now in 3.4 that's something been asking for quite a bit, and that is a modulation editor. I mean, there's a whole lot of things to cover in here, but the point is that the modulation doesn't suck anymore and the automation doesn't suck anymore. I think it could be quite a bit better, but it's very usable. It's not Ableton level, but when I use Maschine, I like it because it's not as deep as Ableton, so perhaps that is a price to pay. So in this video, let's just make a beat. I'm just gonna use a group. I'm just gonna use group 1. And that's everything I'm going to use, because now with the modulation you can do quite a lot with only one group. So let's just get right into it. I set up I have like just one group that I loaded. It's a group from Maschine. I didn't even worry too much about selecting the sounds. Let's just put a 4 in the floor. Or perhaps I'm going to show you a trick that I like to do. Sometimes when I'm getting started with a track, instead of starting, okay, let's see the percussion, now let's see the chords. Now I like to, I have a chord here, I have a bass there. So something you can do is to try to find a vibe already with a kick, the chord, and the bass. To exemplify how that is, that would be something like. We could record something like that, for example. Let's quantize it. And now let's see what you can do with the automation. So I'm gonna have this synth also running. Or first of all, let's duplicate this pattern. You press pattern, duplicate this one right there. That's already duplicated. Now in this pattern, we can double it. So it's the same pattern, but it's 4 lengths instead of 2, like the one here. So now in this one, I'm gonna have this chord running sort of in the background as a texture. Now let's quantize it. And the magic here comes when you play with the automation. The magic comes when you're into the plugin, then you select some kind of parameters that you want to modulate. So that is a cutoff. I don't really dig it. Or perhaps it could be. Okay, so that's gonna be. Sort of fits. So now that I like that, then I hold auto and I just. And now you see how that is committed into the scene. If you don't like it, you can just shift undo and then it's gone. Now let's find some more rhythmic elements. Okay, this one. So this is something we can also automate. Too much. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so now we can do a snare. I don't like that snare. This one's better. Record this. This is a nice vibe. Now this can go on like by muting and removing some elements from it. For example, we could remove this shaker. Nice one, this is a minimal track. Let's bring back the bass. The bass is a nice sound. Let's put some kind of sidechain for the bass. It's already there. There. You know, with one group and pretty much 6 sounds, you can make a nice big ass track. It feels kind of like cheating, man. Look at this bass, man. This bass is fat, thick. Perhaps there's too much there's too much holding, right? Okay. Now with this we could actually try to do something. Perhaps we can duplicate the pattern to not lose this one. Let's duplicate that here. And now here let's put some kind of filter or something. Why not? Let's put a filter. That was not a filter. And if we play with a cutoff, let's see. Say that I'm not super happy with the way the filter sweeping kind of turned down. That is not very easy to fix just by doing kind of like this. So you sort of just move it around to whatever value you want it to. Yeah, let's hear it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some kind of neat tricks that you can do to make like curves and stuff. Like you can, for example, hold here and then you can make some kind of curve between the two. You could, for example, add like a new point there, and then you can kind of shape it the way you want to, Like if you want to make a curve like that, just press Option while you hold it. So as I said, like this neat tricks, but the main point is that there's a usable modulator inside of Maschine, and it's quite immediate, and that's something I love. Now with 16 sounds, you can get a track pretty far. Like, hear it for yourself. Kind of feels like shitting, man. Oh, anyways, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you are interested in this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. You won't regret it. And thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye.